Hi everyone. So marketing, the how to satisfy the consumer needs and wants. In that section, we talk about the customer relationship, how to build the customer relationship and loyalty, how can increase. So today, in my this session, we are going to talk about the product and market orientation. In this concept, you can see they're both two extremes: product orientation and market orientation. You can see these are like a business strategies to actually they are catering consumer needs and wants. The first one, the product oriented mean the definition you can see in the subject vocabulary section, where the business focuses on the design and manufacture of the product itself rather than the needs of the customer. So product oriented means they are giving more priority or more focus, more attention to the product rather than the consumer needs and wants. So if we talk about the good example, let's suggest the companies like Apple, companies like imagine like the people who provide like a vaccine like Serum company in India, but the Covishield vaccine, the COVID vaccine, or it's a Sputnik vaccine from Russia, all this company, the main medical supplies and everything, they are mainly product oriented because they are not adjust their product according to the consumer needs, because the product should be fit enough to right cure, product should be fit enough to do the desired object. That's called product oriented uh, thing. The product orientation is sometimes very important. So certain industries such as airline industry, sometimes plane or jet must have the design specification and then the aerodynamics and everything according to the fit for the purpose, right? But interior you can decorate according to the customer wish, but it's a engine and all that stuff must be there in the international standards. And also the even the medical supplies, I told you, the tablets and the vaccines and everything must have to be product oriented. It should not be like tasty or it should not be colorful. Those things you are not expecting from those things. It should be fit for the purpose. So this means that business were more concerned about the quality of their product. And the efforts concentrated on the design of the manufacturing. So sometimes in examination they can ask what is the define the term market oriented, define the term product oriented, or explain what it mean by product oriented. So sometimes this is the thing. That normally then they try to persuade people to buy it, and some businesses today are still product oriented. For example, the in the pharmaceutical industry, companies such as Pfizer and Bayer focus most of their attention to development of the new drugs and medicine, especially this time during the COVID-19. This is in this period of time, 2021. You can see that the people are normal. A lot of pharmaceutical industries, they actually design, they come up with new drugs. As I mentioned, some like a vaccines earlier. So everyone, they actually wanted to be produce some kind of a quality product which actually fight with this virus. So like that. And second one, in contrast, you can see the other concept, the market-oriented concept. In the market-oriented concept, you can see where business focus on the needs and consumers when developing product. Then their product is adjusted, amended, and customized according to the consumer preferences. For example, as I told you earlier, a vehicle designer can change its designs according to the specifications given by the consumer. Aircraft engineer can change the interior design according to the consumer specification. Your house, you can plan according to your specification. It's like that. When you think about the aerodynamic thing, for example, when you think about the Rolls-Royce vehicle, you can change the vehicle according to your specification, right? Some businesses are like that, so they produce according to your wish. If it's let's say bridal dressing, it can be a birthday cake, so they produce according to your wish because it's your birthday cake, because it's your wedding, because it's your house, because it's your vehicle. So they produce according to your wish because you're the one who decide what kind of product am I going to use. So that sometimes customize design clothes, right? So that's everything actually. Say the all together is normally some products are there. That there are two camps in this world. First camp is the product oriented camp, where they don't think about the consumer needs and wants. They just produce a good item, quality item which fulfill the need that expected from the consumer. On the other hand, the other camp may target about the maybe market oriented, giving like a good quality product which customers also like. They give option to the customer. You select the color. You select the. We are giving a menu. They asking, okay, you decide your menu. You decide your food, you decide the structure of your cake, you decide the structure of this house. That means the product is market oriented. So in contrast, most firms, they are market oriented. They are led by the market and their focus is on the customer. And they do not make products until they know what people want. So market oriented firms spend a lot of their time. You can see by looking at the market research they are doing. They are the one who do a lot of market research to find out the consumer needs and preferences. You can see reviewing and analyzing the needs of the customer. So as a result, what happened? They attach a lot of importance to the market research. Right. So now that's the difference between market oriented and product oriented. So in case they ask the difference, I think you should know what is the difference between the being a market oriented and being a product oriented. But both of the companies, because but some products are there, they're in hybrid stage. For example, like they think about the quality they are giving them. For example, let's say exterior, they do according to the wish of the consumer. They're giving the customer the option. Okay, you select the color of your vehicle, you select the color, the painting, and some like now modification parts. But the interior, the engine part, you can see the mechanical side, engines and everything, customer can't do anything because it's seal type. The everything, the technology, the battery, the everything decided by the product oriented according to the quality specifications. Consumer can't actually say, okay, can you make me a vehicle? Can you make me a engine which actually runs with the water? You can't ask like that. Then it's like so it's a funny thing. So but mainly so interior thing, like mainly the technical side, mean have to be always product oriented, must be standardized, and it must be adhered to the system, and it must be complied with the specification of the technology specifications. But somehow consumers are there, they try to amend that, the structure, the body, the interior, the seats, the color, and everything. And we are going to the most important thing, the calculation question. Nowadays, if you analyze like about 10 past papers, the recent past papers, most past papers in the MCQ section and also in the two mark question calculations, this market share calculation is very famous. It was there in so many question papers under calculation section, the market share calculation. So therefore, and also definition also. The definition of define the term market share. Therefore, you have to, in this lesson, you have to get to know the definition of market share and how to do a simple calculation of a market share in a given question. So look at the market share and market. In the pie chart, you can see they are given the petrol stations in Kenya in 2015. Petrol station in Kenya in 2015. So the market share, you can see it's normally the 28% of the market share, and that is total, and then Kenol 18%, and Vivo 26%, and Olympia the 9%. Like that, there are different petrol stations. You can see like there are Petco and IOC, Indian Oil Company, like that. There are famous brand. This is the Kenyan market, the brands of the petrol station, the market share. So the market share definition, you can see the term market share, the total market, like you can see the percentage or proportion of the market the business actually enjoy over their total market, over the total industry. That's the basic definition of a market share. You can see the pie chart figure shows that the share of the petrol distribution in Kenya, and with the three large suppliers, Total and the Vivo and Kenol, dominate the whole market, and between them supplied 72% of the market. They given the fourth largest market is the supplier is the Olympia, the 9% share. So you can see the firm in dominate the market. You can see normally the definition is the market share definition. You can see the proportion of percentage a business actually enjoyed over the total market. And the formula also you can see to find the market share. Market share formula equal total product or business sales, total product or business sales divided by total sales in the whole market, total sales in the whole market into 100. So you can see the total product, the business sales, that how much the business actually sell into the market, and divide by the whole market, the demand, the value of the whole market, the sales in the whole market, and into 100. That's called the market share calculation. The total product of the business sales divided by the whole market sales into 100. So business might be more successful if it's carried out a market analysis, and this involves finding about the features and characteristics of a market and everything. So by looking at these things, business may gather. This is actually market share. Increasing a market share is a financial objective. On the business objective section, if you remember the business objectives, one of the great financial objective is increase the market share. Then if you want to increase the market share, there are some strategies, but that section we are going to talk about in the marketing strategy section, in promotion techniques and all we are talking about there. So mainly market share calculation is important and the definition is important. And you can see it can be useful to find out the size of the market and current growth rate in the market and the potential for future growth and the number and size of the business currently operating in the market and the factors that might be influence possible changes in the market. And these might include the social, political, technological, environmental, and economic factors. And the possible cost and potential profitability of the market, that's another thing. And also opportunities for segmenting the market, like market segmentation is discussed in later, right? And also finally, the way of consumer behave in the market, that also we can find out from the, like how much they like to buy, from whom they like to buy, and all that information, right? Ideally, you can see market share definition, the subject vocabulary. So please be familiar with this definition because in exams, normally these kind of questions are very famous in exams, like market share definition, market share calculation and all. So you can see the proportion of sales in the total market that business or product enjoys. I repeat again, the proportion of sales in the total market that a business or product enjoy, we can define as a market share. So market analysis definition is a quantitative and qualitative assessment of a market. Sometimes analyzing means that not only quantitative, you must have this qualitative aspect, both two ends, quantitative versus qualitative aspects. And you can see ideally markets are very dynamic. Dynamic means changing, right? Which means that they are changing all the time, right? Because of the new competitions coming, because of the consumer trends are increasing, their behavior will change time to time. And business must keep in touch with the market developments and respond to them appropriately. For example, in the market for motor cars, an increasing number of people actually switching from petrol fuel cars to electric car powered cars. Okay, and this change is being given partly by the fears about the global warming. Like manufacturers in the industry will have to ensure that the more their modules can run on electricity in the future, like electric vehicles they are building, manufacturing, and people also like to buy those things. Some people actually convert their houses also into solar power, thinking about the environment and the global warming. This kind of market trends are coming. And now new trend in the market right now is in the food market. A lot of people convert to vegan products, right? Some case studies we can find out, we can reveal some bakery products and everything who introduce vegan rolls. They have increased tremendous. For example, there's a case study called Greg in UK, right? It's one of the recent paper in ACE level. In that case study also they find out some kind of trend like that. They increase the demand for the vegan rolls. A lot of people actually convert to the vegan and that trend continues. So it's like there are certain times different consumer trends and everything happens that as a result of that market become more dynamic and then business like a same way fast moving consumer goods such as crispy breakfast cereals, confectionery and soft drink FMCG sections also are sold in the mass market. The number of customers in these markets is huge. And this means that the business can produce large quantities at lower units cost by exploiting economies of scale, right? Economies of scale. And this might result in higher sales and higher profits. However, there is often a lot of competition in mass market and therefore business may need to spend a lot of money marketing this product, right? Okay, there are another important concept we call now we are going to learn is niche market and mass market. Also, the definition is important. Before go niche and mass market, we'll do kind of like a question regarding the market share calculation. market share calculation question. You can see this activity, Ferrari, activity number 2. Asking the work out the Ferrari share of the global market. Work out the Ferrari share of the global market. So you can see if you read that case study, Ferrari is a luxury car manufacturer. So if you go there, you can see it produced 7,664 vehicles, cars, and made a record profit in that 2015. And then they are giving Ferrari's target a niche market, prestige segment of the car market, where performance, quality, and exclusivity are high valued. The prices of the Ferraris range from 200,000 to 400,000, and then 2 lakhs to 4 lakhs US dollar. Enthusiasts may say that the Ferrari is a special car because it has soul, red sand with a passion, and the horse logo represents aggression. It has said that the Ferrari symbolizes power, strength, speed, confidence. It's a qualitative thing, boldness, and all. And the final part is really important. In 2015, it's 72.37 million cars were produced globally. So out of that, 72 million vehicles, Ferrari produced only 7,600 vehicles. So now if you want to calculate the market share, you can see, you can calculate it by dividing the 7,000 over 72 million into 100. So then you can see the final answer will be, I'll share this one. You can see this, you can see the Ferrari case study answer. You can see work out the Ferrari share of 7,664 divided by 72 million 370,000 into 100. That is, it is a 0.01% of the market. You can see how it's small. Let's call it a niche market. See, not even 1%, right? It's a 0.01% of the market. It is very rarely only when not a 1 from 100 people can afford. It's a like a 1 from let's say 10,000 person will buy like a Ferrari. Not even 10,000. Very rare amount, very small amount in the market only can afford Ferrari. Out of the 72 million vehicles they transaction they manufactured and bought, only 7,000 vehicles are there. Ferrari was, so you can see completely Ferrari is a niche market, not a mass market. So therefore, that's why it's very expensive. Then business can survive because of this strategy.
Okay. Sir?
Yes.
So how do we get that mark scheme for the textbook answers? Like if you want to check answers.
Okay, that one I'll share with you in personally, right? So like this one normally a resource pack for like academic centers, they are normally showing. So normally students normally can't download these packs. This was sent. So that's right. So but mainly this one these are model answers. That's why normally when you do these calculations, you can double check when I'm checking this thing. Normally we are using this as a reference material. But this answer is only just a model answers. You can see like calculations are definitely the perfect calculation. Some assess question, describe question, sometimes the marking schemes are sometimes not always not standardized marking schemes like Excel, for example. Let's say relevant application evaluation analysis, like assessment objectives are not sometimes for example, there is no command word called describe here. Our command word normally say explain or say outline on advantage right there. So now sometimes textbook and if you talk about the past papers and the textbook, there is some differences are there. There is some variations are there in the case study command words. That's why sometimes even I'm not that much encouraging to use those kind of thing. But normally when I'm giving it questions, I'm always using the exam structure I'm following. I'm changing this command word I'm giving because of that. So that's right. So normally when you talk about the niche market thing, when going back to niche market, look at the definition of niche market. It is a market where smaller market, usually within the large market or industry. It's a market, small market, usually within a large market or industry. It's a niche market. So on the other hand, the opposite of the niche market we call mass market, where large market in which products with mass appeal are marketed. Product with mass appeals are marketed in the large markets for mass market product. So in market analysis, we talk about the market. Mass market is normally a product, a large market. For example, a good example for mass market product can say like a cereal market or Coca-Cola, something like soft drinks like that. And also a product like very common product of people like FMCG sector, such as noodles. So it can be a soft drink. It can be sometimes a product. It will be sometimes in organizations like normally like a large amount of items they produce, such as crude oil. Like this kind of a markets are normally there is a huge competition and huge demand is there in the market. Therefore, the pricing and everything very low compared to other factors because of the huge demand. They're giving this thing confectionery soft drinks selling in the mass market, and number of customers in these markets is huge, and this means that the business can produce large quantities at lower unit cost by exploiting economies of scale. Economies of scale consists sometimes a new part for you. That economies of scale you're talking in the operation management when you like doing business in the large scale, the cost advantages that you can enjoy, call it economies of scale. The scale advantages sometimes because of the business buying large quantities you can get discount, we call bulk purchase discounts. Like these are the cost benefits that you can have by operating in a large scale. These are economies of scale. So mass market businesses always they are getting the benefit of economies of scale. Those in detail we are doing in future, and it might result in higher and higher profit, higher sales and higher profit. However, the disadvantage of mass market, you can see there is a lot of competition in mass market, and therefore you can see the businesses may need to spend a lot of money making this product. On the other hand, the niche market is a small market segment, a segment that has sometimes not been serviced by large business. Sometimes it's a market, it's a gap in the market which no one actually still recognizes. It's a niche market. Niche marketing is the complete opposite of the mass marketing. It involves selling a small quantities, selling small output to a small customer group, sometimes specific need. You can see it's a kind of a small market, like a vegan market, kind of we can see a niche market, but now that's developing a little bit. But small firms can often survive by supplying these niche market because like Ferrari, a good example. In niche marketing, very few people can afford, like a luxury market, luxury housing, luxury vehicles, luxury, let's say, expensive jewelries and all. And these can often avoid competition, and also it's also a lot of easier to focus on the needs of the customer in a niche market. So example of the niche market might include like a graduation gift, when you say dog training. Like some people are there, they go to the houses and they train these animals, and wedding planning. Sometimes BBC Radio 3, which actually only focusing on the classical music, like that. So not a mass market, they're only like a special, like a service. Sometimes religious channels, the niche market, they are only following only particular niche section on the market only. Okay, so in case study, I think we get a head start in the case study about the Ferrari, and we calculate the market share also. You calculate that it's a 0.01% of the market, like divided by 7,000 or 72 million. So niche market definition also asking with the application. Use the case study as an example. So this command note I may use, this is what is meant by niche market. You can see define the term niche market. You can say outline or explain. But case study application is needed. Therefore, it should be definitely should be an outline question or analyze question. Okay, let's move on to the market and ask in the third advantage. Describe the one advantage of operating in niche market. Yes, in niche market you can operating in niche market. You can have advantages. Mean you can charge high prices. Called premium prices can be charged. Therefore, you can survive. Because high customer loyalty is there for this product. Okay, let's move on to the model answers here. You can see what is meant by niche market. Use this case study as an example. You can see a niche market is a small part of a much large market. So in this case, Ferrari targets its cars at a niche market in relation to the total global car market of 72 million cars. But Ferrari had just 0.059% of the total market. And this is very small proportion, and it's a classic example of a niche market. Ferrari targets the prestige segment of the car market where performance, quality, exclusivity are highly valued. The prices of these cars are very high and only small number of consumers can afford to buy one. They're asking one advantage of the niche market. You can see Third question, a niche market is often, you can see, is left out by or untouched by most of the large products in the market. Although Ferrari does not have a competition, it's not, they have a competition actually, like, from there are other niche market producers there, like Lamborghini and Bugatti, Lamborghini and Bentley and like supercar markets normally. And these producers are not, it's not from the giant car producer like Ford, Honda, Nissan, Toyota. uh, these companies are, that's why this is a different market. Toyota, Ford, Honda means a different market. They are producing bulk millions of units per year. But Ferrari, Lamborghini, like less than, you can see 10,000 vehicles per year. Consider there is more opportunity for raising prices and focusing on production quality. And it is also easier to meet the needs of customer in a niche market. This is because a small group of consumers that make up the niche probably have very similar needs. So the advantages are there. So people can continue because, for example, the Ferrari is a good sports car. Lamborghini is a good sports car. Those companies are still surviving at a good scale. So because they have a demand and also the price are very expensive. By selling few units, they can survive for a long time. That's advantage. Okay, you see the finally the responding, how to respond into changes in the market. That's also important in a business organization. How to survive in these market dynamics. Most markets do not remain the same over time because it's not static, it's dynamic nature, which means that they grow, shrink. They can be suddenly they can actually like expand, and also they can be smaller. And also break up. They can suddenly the market can stop and emerge, right? Pop up in the market, and some markets can completely disappear sometimes. For example, in the USA, the market for frozen and concentrated orange juice has almost collapsed. So one reason is that because I consider orange, you can say orange juice, for example, let's say Sunquick and everything like these juices, because people wanted to have fresh juice, right? They want to have cordials and all that stuff. That market was actually disappeared, right? So, but other developing countries, we can see some, like cordials are there. People just take the water and they make the, after out of cordial or concentrated juices, they make the drinks. But they found out that the US and everything, they're not using this concentrated juice anymore. Instead of that, they're using fresh juices. And also you can see the milk markets, like only like a few like developing countries are the one who are using all this like a milk powder concept, different companies. But in developed countries, this is not happening. They're always using fresh milk in the boxes, and they have a little like a bottles and the jars they have. They're using always fresh milk. So, but very few countries, like including Sri Lanka, we are using milk powder very highly. People are used to it. Take the milk powder, take the warm water, mix it up, and make the milk. So that's why it's highly chemicals are there, preservatives are there. It's not natural. Right. Then USA is a good trend actually. Collapse in the concentrated drinking market, juice market. However, another is because those continue to drink orange juice preferred freshly squeezed, fresh juices, the best. That's a trend. Right at the beginning of the 1980s, the two forms of juice were drunk in roughly equal quantities. Today, Americans drink 1.4 million gallons of frozen concentrate per month compared with the 19.1 million gallons of the fresh juice. Because the difference, they still have this one, but with the cordials, fresh juice comparison, you can see 1 to 90, 1.4 to 19.1. You can see the difference, right? So a lot of people go ahead with the fresh juice. Therefore, market collapse. This is the trend identified. And also you can see change in the market. Therefore, if market changing like that, so what is the next step? You don't need to actually worry about that. You have to accept the change and you have to change your business model accordingly. If people are asking fresh juice, okay, you have to give the fresh juice, not the concentrated one. If people are asking fresh milk, you have to give the fresh milk without giving the milk powder. So changing customer, you can see one reason why is the consumer income changes so that they choose different products. For example, there is rapidly growing demand for cars in China and India as people become wealthier. And also consumers become better educated and more sophisticated. That's another advantage, like a trend happens in the market. Educated consumer groups, owing to improvement in communication and their greater availability of the knowledge, people are more aware of the opportunities and have developed more sophisticated taste. For example, many consumers prefer to buy expensive smartphones that can meet a wide range of needs. And these are the main things. That's how they respond to the market needs. And few more points. Consumers are influenced by changes in social habits. For example, more people are concerned about the environment and resource depletion, and therefore want to recycle their waste. A lot of people, they're caring about environment than ever before, because like global warming, you can see like uh, the Greta Thunberg, the child came from the Sweden, and then how actually she worked and she actually raised her voice regarding the global warming, and then she actually nominated for the uh, Nobel Peace Prize also. And fashions change over time, right? And then, for example, clothes worn by some people, the in this year, like even seasons, will be unwanted and then replaced by new designs next year. And some designs you can see like some people are using like a recycled bottles, like a plastic and everything, to make some kind of a say jeans. CK use like 16 bottles of like a Coca-Cola bottles and the plastic bottles to make one like denim. They come up with like new ideas how to use the recycled bottles and plastic to make clothes. Like these kind of fashions and trends coming up, right? And also a new technologies result in different needs. For example, people now want access to music, television, and films stream online. A good example is Netflix, so that they can enjoy these services in different locations. So as a result of that, you can see now the new technological thing actually have impacted a lot of business. For example, one industry is a movie industry. There's a business called Blockbuster Movies, who selling and renting CDs and DVDs all. But that company, the business organization, is gone, collapsed. Another industry is say the Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook failed and then actually absorbed by the Chinese business called Fosun, right? And then GameStop business is like that. They are selling computer games and everything in a DVD versions, and the people who can play in the PlayStations and all. But now because of the from internet you can download those games, the demand for those pieces gone and those pieces collapse. PlayStations and then GameStop, Blockbuster Movies and all, because of the consumer demand they have one thing. And that's another example is Kodak camera. So that company collapsed. The company actually failed because of they haven't actually adapt their technology into digital. They still use analog technology. That's the thing. So these kind of experiences are there, like why business fail, because they are not giving importance to the changes in the market. Therefore, you have to, when you're doing a business, you have to think, you have to always be updated yourself, even your knowledge, even your technology, everything. You have to update. You have to go in line with the online market or whatever the consumer trends. If consumer asks something different, new, you have to listen to them. Otherwise, you can't actually survive, right? If consumers asking, let's say, if you want to have some online version, you have to edit up, you have to create a website and you give that services online. In restaurant industry, you can see a lot of people are nowadays they are not going to restaurant. In addition to that, they order everything from online, right? Home delivery versions are there like Uber Eats and Pick Me Foods, and so many apps are there like pizza delivery something. You can see good example of this thing. If restaurants were not adapting to those things, they will become like dinosaurs, and then they will at the end they will be faded away. They will be gone forever from the market. That's what happened. So these things are really important. We forgot to actually like business must monitor this market, monitor closer, monitor, react quickly, positively, identify the changes in customer needs, and be prepared to develop a new product or services in order to meet these new needs. Failure to do so may mean that market share is lost and more responsive to rivals. That's what happened. You have to be dynamic, you have to accept that changes and you have to do that thing. So in order to summarize today's lesson, what I did today, like we talk about the changes in the consumer trend finally. We talk about the Ferrari case study. We talk about the market share calculation and advantages of it. Niche market, mass market, the definition we discussed, and also Market share definition: market share is a proportion of sales in total market that business or product enjoy. And market share calculation questions we discussed. We talk about the case study through the Ferrari, and also we talk about mainly market-oriented and product-oriented concept. Market-oriented mean they are business organizations mainly think about the consumer needs and wants when they are developing product. Yeah, product-oriented means business focus on the design of the manufacturer and the product itself rather than the needs of the consumer. So this is the lesson today we discuss. So we talk about mainly, this is the lesson from marketing management, how to satisfy the consumer needs and wants. In my previous session, we talked about the customer relationships and everything. So this session, we mainly focus about the product and market orientation and the other related mass market, niche market, and important concept. I hope you enjoy my lesson. Please watch and again, if you have any doubts and everything, you can free to ask any questions. So then see you in my next session. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.